In the 70s, fast food giants experimented with the most peculiar concoctions, and candy companies competed to capture everyone's imagination. Each product on this list represents a bold attempt to create something unique, only to become forgotten snacks, fade into history, and never return. Have you ever visited a Taco Bell and decided you want a burger instead? There was a burger just for you. A candy bar claims you won't eat it quickly. This company made TV dinners so kids would stay and eat at the dinner table. Be sure to stick around for the last one because this drink made you feel like you'd just finished skiing the slopes of the Rockies. Taco Bell's Bell Beefer. Have you ever visited Taco Bell and decided you wanted a burger instead? Well, they had just the burger for you. Taco Bell introduced the Bell Beefer in the mid-70s. It was a loose meat sandwich like Sloppy Joe's, featuring seasoned ground beef, onions, lettuce, and a mild border sauce on a bun. This unique addition to Taco Bell's menu attracted customers who enjoyed the flavors of Taco Bell in a sandwich format. Taco Bell attempted to offer a burger-like option to compete with traditional fast food hamburgers. By the mid-80s, Taco Bell decided to focus on its core menu and discontinued the Bell Beefer. Mars Marathon Bar. If this candy bar were around today, it would challenge you. Would you accept? The Mars Marathon Bar was introduced in 1973. It featured a unique braided caramel center covered in milk chocolate. It quickly became a favorite among those who loved its chewy texture and rich caramel flavor. Its distinctive 8-inch length and packaging made it stand out in the candy aisle. You didn't have to worry about your next meal, as it claimed it lasts a good long time. Despite its popularity, the Marathon Bar was discontinued in 1981 due to high production costs and other market factors. Do you really want to be seen still eating this after an hour? In 2008, Mars tried reintroducing the name with Snickers Marathon, but it was more of an energy bar than the original product. In the UK, there is a similar candy bar called Curly Whirly from Cadbury, if you want to try it.
Delicious caramel and chewy. Marathon lasts a good long time.
Libby Libbyland Dinners. When Mom needed a break from cooking, she could reach for a TV dinner that would excite her kids. Libby introduced Libbyland Dinners in 1971, which made dinner time for kids fun and exciting. There were as many as 10 different adventure-themed dinners, including a pirate picnic with chicken drumsticks as a main, a safari supper with fried chicken, and a sea diver's dinner with fish sticks. Of course, TV dinners are known to have compartments for sides and a dessert. Their packaging had activities and illustrations to keep kids at the dinner table and not watching TV. Unfortunately, the fun only lasted 5 years as Libby discontinued Libbyland Dinners in 1976 due to families, perhaps, cooking more and opting for healthier foods.
Alphagetti with meatballs, taterettes, corn, and chocolate pudding, portioned and seasoned for kids, plus chocolatey good milk magic. Libbyland Dinners, because kids are different from grown-ups.
Kellogg's Danish Go-Rounds. Who doesn't enjoy a Danish for breakfast? Kellogg's wanted their Danish treat, which you can pop into the toaster. Sounds familiar, right? Danish Go-Rounds were introduced in 1968. This warm, tasty pastry was twisted into an oblong-shaped design sprinkled with sparkling sugar, which added a magical touch and dazzled your senses. These flaky, crusty pastries were available in strawberry, brown sugar, cinnamon, blueberry, and cinnamon raisin. That sounds pretty good, right? Their problem was that they couldn't hold their shape and broke too easily. Surprisingly, it took a few years for Kellogg to find this out, and they did a do-over in 1976 and called it Danish Rings instead. By 1980, people had enough and it was discontinued. Fortunately for Kellogg's, they own Pop-Tarts. The rest is history. Burger King Whaler Fish Sandwich. When competing against a classic fast food item like McDonald's Filet-O-Fish, Burger King had to offer more in the seafood craze of 70s food trends. In 1975, Burger King introduced the Whaler fish sandwich as a hearty alternative. There was something about sea creatures in the 70s. As the name implied, it featured a sizable Alaskan pollock fillet coated in seasoned batter, deep-fried until golden and crispy, topped with tartar sauce and lettuce on a sesame seed bun. It was well received by seafood lovers and stood out for its generous portion size and flavor. The Whaler was eventually replaced by the BK Big Fish Sandwich, which had slight changes in ingredients as part of a 1990 rebrand.
The Whaler, so big, so tempting, so... The Whaler.
Ralston's Waffelos cereal. How would you like to start your morning by eating cereal that tastes like waffles? Ralston introduced Waffelos cereal in 1977. Kids were first introduced to the cereal with their commercials on Saturday morning cartoons. Their mascot was a cowboy, Waffleton Bill, with his sidekick Talking Horse. He reminded you of Looney Tunes' Yosemite Sam. Kids enjoyed its unique form that resembles a waffle cross pattern that broke off into bits. They were available in maple and blueberry flavors. The maple tasted of freshly made waffles drizzled with syrup, while the blueberry had a fruity twist. Although many kids enjoyed it, Waffelos struggled against stiff cereal competition and was left in the sunset in the late 80s.
Now there are two kinds of Waffelos cereal, maple flavor
And blueberry flavor.
Uh-oh. They're new.
Yeah!
Space dust candy. Back in the 70s, from governments to Hollywood and everyone in between, we were obsessed with space. If you weren't launching rockets, you were launching candy in your mouth. General Foods capitalized on the fascination and introduced space dust candy in 1978. This sweet treat was a fine powder candy that fizzed and exploded in your mouth, just like Pop Rocks. Cherry, grape, orange, and watermelon delighted you with crackles and pops. The excitement of tasting space dust only lasted a few years because the space dust name reminded parents of a drug called angel dust. They were worried the candy would lead their kids to try gateway drugs. General Foods tried to change its name to Cosmic Candy, but the damage had been done. Look at the face on the packaging. Wouldn't you like to try some? The novelty of tasting space wore off by the early 1980s.
Space dust?
Wait till you experience the sizzle of galactic grape, orbiting orange, and cosmic cherry flavors.
Wow, the cherry tastes delicious!
7-Up candy bars. Have you ever eaten a candy bar that was so extra that it offered not 3, not 4, not 5, but 7 different flavors? Pearson's Candy Company introduced the 7-Up candy bar in the 1930s, and it was trendy throughout the 1970s. This unique candy bar featured 7 distinct sections, each filled with different flavors: nougat, caramel, fudge, jelly, coconut, butterscotch, and Brazil nut, all covered in chocolate. It was enjoyed by those who believed variety is the spice of life. Each chew was something different and a surprise to the taste buds. The makers struggled with the high costs of producing such a complex candy bar with many ingredients. The final blow was that the makers of the 7-Up soft drink, the National Bottling Company, sued Pearson's over using the 7-Up name, leading to the end of the candy bar in 1979.
The chemist, it's disaccharide and water. To a small boy, the fulfillment of a dream.
StarKist Tuna Twist. This made tuna salad sandwiches go from boring to tasty. In the mid-70s, StarKist suggested spicing up tuna with a twist. Tuna Twist was a can of their famous tuna with different packets of dill, onion, and garlic. Prepackaged seasoning was a big food trend in the 1970s. It was designed for busy households that wanted quick yet tasty meals. The packaging included a recipe card for inspiration to create more delicious meals. The appeal was the ability to customize your meal. Eventually, the prepackaged food trend fell out of favor. It is not known precisely when StarKist discontinued the product.
Tuna twist makes tuna taste fresh and it's a garden from Nabisco.
Kraft Koogle. If Elvis endorsed this peanut butter, we bet it would still be around. Kraft introduced Koogle, a line of flavored peanut butter, in 1971. Yes, you heard that right, flavored peanut butter. It came in exciting and unique flavors like chocolate, cinnamon, vanilla, and banana in fun and eye-catching packaging. It was marketed toward kids and adventurous eaters looking for something different. We bet Elvis would have enjoyed the banana flavor version. His favorite sandwich was peanut butter and bacon on 2 pieces of white bread. Butter is spread on the outside and grilled until golden brown and crispy. Sounds interesting. Would you eat this? Let us know in the comments below. Sorry to digress. Despite Koogle's initial success, changing tastes and the introduction of more natural peanut butter without artificial flavors led to its discontinuation in the mid-70s.
Here comes Koogle, the Kraft Peanutty surprise.
This is cool peanut spread from Kraft.
PepsiCo Aspen Soda. Imagine skiing the slopes of Aspen, Colorado after a long day of skiing with your significant other. What would quench your thirst? How about a refreshing, crisp, clean-tasting soda with a hint of apples? PepsiCo introduced Aspen Soda in 1978. Since other fruit-flavored sodas like Sprite and 7-Up tasted like lemons and limes, Pepsi explored the idea of apples. It was marketed to affluent adults rather than the mainstream market. Perhaps a mistake. We imagine it would go nicely with vodka. Aspen Soda was discontinued in 1982 due to poor sales. PepsiCo came back in 1984 with Slice, offering a variety of fruit flavors. Even though the brand faced issues, it was discontinued in the late 2000s and resurfaced in 2018.
Discover Aspen, the new soft drink with just a snap of apple.
And there you have it. These 12 forgotten foods from the 1970s were gone forever and never returned. If you enjoyed this video, watch another one.